Hello, welcome to my channel. This is Charlie at My Messy Fingers. If you haven't subscribed, I would really like it if you would do so. This is an album that I made from some collections that Scrap and Create sent to me. They're an online craft store. Down below will be the link to their store, and down below will be the link to all the products that it took to make this, with the exception of a couple of items. Now the album measures 9 by 9. It has a 1 7/8 inch spine. I did the album in a cherry red, and then I backed it with a light brown. It's called Harvest, and then put the pattern paper on it. These items here were all off the fussy cut sheet, and I cut them out, and then I mounted them onto the red cardstock so they would give them a little bit of pop and depth. And then I've got the brass goodies that Scrap and Create sent to me. This is some poinsettia foliage I had with the greenery. And then in my stash I had some red gems that I put on here. And then I took some of this and put it here on the wheels of the train. And then here on the spine, I cut, get a better angle here, I cut the paper, set it on, and then ran this ribbon that I have, so the spine would have a bit of a sparkle, and then use the toy soldier element. On the back, I carried through with the theme of the sparkly ribbon, and then took this beautiful card, get it up here a little bit closer, and I put some red gems on it so it would pop up. This red ribbon is out of my stash. Okay, so let's get in here to the first signature. On this one, when I cut it, I don't know if I can, that will catch it, but there's some Wink Stella here and here. And then when you open this up, on this side, you have a nice pocket. And I ran some bling, and here's one of the cutout cards. And then I cut these two pieces, mounted some corner filigrees on these two flaps, and here you've got some photo items. And then here's a big pocket, and then you've got one of the brass elements that Scrap and Create sent to me. Here on this one, this is a flip up. I did take some Wink Stella and covered the entire mouse. This entire piece was on one of those short pieces of paper, so it's about 8 inches wide. And the other side of it will be some cards you can cut out. But I went in and I actually fussy cut this all out. I hid behind it some of the paper from the bookshelf and then glued this down in place. This flips up, and up here you've got some journaling, you've got a photo mat here, and I put on the little teddy bear as one of the little brass elements. And then here we have a split open, and then it opens again. And you have a nice tuck here, so you can tuck in a decent sized photo. You can put some photos, or you can tuck them in place. And the same on this side. And I left these alone, so you can just put your photo mats on there if you want. So I tried to carry this theme here through it a little bit. We've got a nice, decent sized pocket for tucking in those larger items. And we get over here to this signature, and I did put some larger bling here on some of the berries. I did Wink Stella around the lace on her night dress, and then put Wink Stella here on all of the ribbons. And then you open up, and here is the one of the storefronts. On this side, we have a nice pocket. You can journal here. These are also tucks, and that's the same over here. And you've got journaling, or you can do a tuck. These are Christmas ornaments that were cut from this paper, and I've created an upper tuck on both of them. You can put in still a decent size photo. Now on this one, it was just silver and blank, so I took one of the tags and cut it and then glued it here on the front. So then when you open this up, we have a nice corner pocket. You can do a dedication here. And over here we have a nice tuck corner pocket. This piece came off of one of these blue sheets, and there's the town down below. I went in and I actually cut this all out. These are glued down, but I left this open. I backed this piece with some red cardstock so it had a bit of sturdiness to it. And you can come in and slide a tuck in here, or you can put in a photo. And over here, we have the toy storefront. I put a package down here, one of the little brass items. This piece here has the record player on it. So I went in and I cut this out, and in from the back side, I came in with some red cardstock. So this is actually a tuck over here. Then you open this up, and then on both sides we have an upper and a lower tuck on two sides here. You can still put a decent photo. You can commit it, or you can tuck them in place if you want to do an annual change of photos. These here you would probably end up committing a little bit more. So this opens up. You've got photo mats on both sides. And then we have the large photo tucked down here, and you can put a photo here. And again, I use some of these gems to put on the wheel of the train. And here is, I forgot to show you that I do have two panels, and I've covered both sides of them. I used one of the dies that I have in my stash so that they would stand out a little bit here on the edge. On this piece, this is the same piece of paper, but on this side, I made sure that when I trimmed this, that it came up far enough so that the happiness is spending time with good friends, that this would stay intact. I then came in and traced out around the clock. I backed it on some cardstock and then used some pop-ups and then placed it right back where it was. And here's one of the little clock emblems down here. And then we open this up, and we've got a long tuck here, or you can commit your photo and it's that way on both sides. And then you open this up, and here's a place for a photo. You can open it up further. Here's another photo, and you can put photos here. And then when I cut this particular piece, there was this section that was cut off, and I went ahead and added it in so that it would continue, and you can put some smaller photos here and then put your larger photos here. And then on this one, we have ourselves this one large piece. I didn't want to cut and trim it because it becomes too thin. So I cut it, matted it, and in the stash, in your trimmings, if you make this, you'll see that there is this piece that's left out. So I trimmed it out, put it in here, and it's a tuck on this front. And here's one of the little brass goodies. Open this up, and on this side, we have a nice, decent sized pocket. This is, again, one of my scrap trims. This is one of the cards, cutouts that you can use. I put the large filigrees here, ran the bling from top just in these sections, but then ran it down this entire piece. So you have photo opportunity here, photo opportunity here, and then I covered both sides of the waterfall with the paper. And you still have, this will hold a 5x7 photo very easily right here. And there you have it. That is my Nutcracker from Ciao Bella. And again, thank you to Scrap and Create. And once again, all the links to everything you need will be down below. And I will put the link to the entire playlist down below as well, so that you can go right straight to it. And I thank you very much for watching and following along. And until then, the next video is coming up soon. Bye-bye.